Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be building a starter home for a legacy challenge. So if you don't know, I wrote a challenge for myself basically, and it's 26 generations. It's the ABC Legacy Challenge, and this sim might look familiar. She is my heir for my ABC Legacy Challenge, and obviously at the moment I am all the way on generation E, but I thought, oh, maybe it would be fun to build a starter home for the first generation. I think that could be pretty cool. And there is this pretty cool mod that I will link down below, but you can have a little challenge tracker in game, and I find this so useful because you don't have to actually pull up a website, you don't have to pull up the document, the graphic, whatever you're using to keep track of your challenge. You can just have it right here in game. So I will link down the mod below, and I will also leave a link down below to my challenge that I wrote just in case you want to download it. So this is what it looks like on the gallery website. So here we have the description for the whole legacy, and then we have like the challenge rules. So complete the aspiration, max the career. If there's an asterisk mark, that means you need to choose a specific branch, and then you want to max the skills. And then also I put a little note. Some of the skills I chose for you to max doesn't include skills that are needed for the career, so you might want to also look that up just so you can stay ahead. And obviously, of course, I haven't played through every single generation yet, so some things may change. And for whatever reason, if someone here has been playing my ABC Legacy Challenge, I doubt it, but the document that I have for it is like not updated at all, because when I was writing this I changed so many things. So this is the website. So this is how the mod will look when you once download it, and then all of the challenges that you download it will show up here. So for me, I have Sims in Bloom, Not So Berry, Very Veggie, and my ABC Legacy Challenge. And then this is where they give you the description, and this is also where they show you the rules. And then of course we're gonna start on generation A. So for generation A, growing up you could never ignore the stray cats and dogs wandering the streets. While other Sims walked past them, you always stopped to leave out food, offer a bath, or spend a little time earning their trust. Seeing so many abandoned animals broke your heart, and you promised yourself that, even if you couldn't save them all, you would make a difference in every life you could. Unfortunately, when it comes to love, it's not usually acceptable to be with multiple partners, but you find yourself building up two separate relationships. And then her traits are listed: animal enthusiast, art lover, and active. And then we have her goals: complete the friend of the animal's aspiration. This Sim wants to be friends with the animals, adopt one stray, you have to do what you can, have two partners at the same time. What's the point of love if you can't be loved by two Sims? Have one child from each partner. So will it be obvious that the children have a different parent? Hard mode, collect all feathers. So this is an optional task. It's just to make the challenge a little bit harder. So this collection can be completed by having your pets chase after birds or exploring the bushes. Cats are more likely to bring back feathers, whereas dogs are more likely to bring back gifts. I did test this out, and my dogs did bring me feathers, but not as often as a cat would. It was a very rare, and also I think maybe your pet training skill will help with that. And then for the next generation, I displayed the traits here, so that way if you have a baby, you know what traits to give them. And then under this tab, we have career and skills. Max the gardener career. When it's time to choose a branch, pick floral designer. Max the flower arranging skill. Making the most beautiful bouquet is your dream. Max the pet training skill. It's important to train your pets. So yeah, that is the first generation. If you wanted to check any of these off, you just have to right click and it will be completed. But I guess we shall get started. So we have 18,500 simoleons, and I have her living in Brindleton Bay because obviously this is the pets world. I feel like it makes the most sense, but I would love for her to have a greenhouse and a dedicated space to like flower arrange. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. Like, I wonder if the greenhouse should be attached to the actual house. And then part of me kind of wants to have like an upstairs area, but I feel like that's a really bad idea. Maybe I could have a bump out right here and maybe one in the back to match. And then I could also get like a little chimney. It would be nice if this was 2 bedrooms. That way you have space for your future child, or actually children, I guess. I don't think I'm liking the shape of this, honestly. Okay, let's just bulldoze. So like that could easily be 3 bedrooms. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe we can bump this out. I guess if I can roof it, we can work with it, right? Okay, that's a start. I don't think this is gonna work. So I think I need to do something that's like very simple. I want to have like a second story. That is a start. This is what the roof would look like, and I think we can work with this. I don't want the roof to be clipping right there, so I'm gonna have to do this in a few parts. Okay, So I'm gonna get a porch. Maybe we can just do this like on one platform. That way we don't have to pay for like two staircases. And we could use this roof pattern. And then maybe we can use the cats and dogs stuff. Up here we would have to use the small ones. Maybe we could do it in like a fun color. I'm kind of thinking about this green because I would never use this. I think maybe in the blue or the brown. I feel like whenever I use these windows, I always go for white. So I want to be a little different. We could get two windows over here. And then this is our door option. This is $5.25. Oh my gosh. That is so expensive. And then what about the wallpaper? This is 5 simoleons. Oh my gosh. All of these are 4 simoleons. Oh, this has like a blue border. Maybe I will use this on the side. I think it is blue. I don't know. It looks different. Okay, actually I do think it's white. But over here it looks blue. And then up here, I think I might get a siding. Maybe I'll use the one from Growing Together, just in a white. That's 4 simoleons as well. I think this is actually looking cute. And I might actually use the brown roof since the windows are brown. And then the trim could be white or it could be brown. I think I'm leaning towards the white. I really like this sloppy paint flooring, so I think I might use this on the outside. And then on the inside, I will use the old hickory flooring. I can't believe I worked on the exterior instead of the floor plan, because like I feel like the floor plan is most important. If I can't figure out a floor plan, we might have to start over. We're down to 12,000 simoleons. I am a little worried. I really want to have some flower boxes, but obviously these windows are like so small, so like why would you put these up there? That probably doesn't make sense. And then this is like so low to the ground, so maybe we can get shorter windows right here. Also, these tile together pretty well, so I don't have to alt place it. I think that's cute. I don't know if I want to use the green. I could just do it in white, or we could do it in blue. I do like the blue because of the yellow flowers, and we need to figure out where the stairs are gonna go. This is like so weird. I'm kind of thinking maybe I can add a little bit of space back here. That gives us more room to build. We also need to add the windows to the back. I still don't know where the staircase could go. Also, this staircase is like the wrong wood color. What about the one from Snowy Escape? I feel like that's pretty close in color. Oh, this one from Cottage Living. Maybe that could work. So what if the staircase is like that? This could be a bathroom. I know this is weird, but that could be a bedroom. And then this is just the landing. What if this was like an office? This could be a bathroom. This could be a kitchen, but like why? I feel like this is such a weird space behind the staircase. This is a weird shaped room, but this could be the main bedroom. This could be a closet, I guess. Maybe this is the living area. You have a kitchen. So change of plans. We're gonna only stick with one floor. So here's the plan, right? You walk into the living room. This is the main bedroom, closet, ensuite. Over here we have like the child's bedroom, and then we have this very long bathroom. You know, you might have a cat, right? So like you want to put a litter box. That's why there's so much room in this one bathroom. And if we wanted to like split it up with the wall, we could. And then I was kind of thinking like, you know, the kitchen can just go over here somewhere. Who knew a floor plan could take so long? Well, if the bed is gonna go on this wall, I feel like I probably shouldn't have windows. Maybe we can place down the doors. So that is the door situation. I think I might move the lot forward. This could be a greenhouse. Very small, but that works. Some of the furniture from Cats and Dogs is like so good, but I know it's very expensive. This rug is $200, but I really want to use it. Like this swatch is so cute, and then I like this swatch as well. And then we have this couch, which isn't my favorite. I don't really use it that often, so honestly I could pass on this. And then for the couch, I want to find something cheap. I mean, this is $500, so that's not really cheap, but we could get it in a nice little yellow. I think maybe the color scheme could be yellow and blue, so that could be really fun. I'm not one to like stick to a style. Like I don't care about sticking to a style. I will mix styles together. So like obviously I feel like this doesn't really fit the vibe, but we could make it fit. Like just think about them getting this furniture secondhand. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It might not look right to you, but it's furniture. You have something to sit on. This is $225, but that's like not cute. Okay, you're gonna get this couch, but you only get one. Oh, I forgot to get a door into this bedroom. The door into the bedroom is gonna go right there. We could have a TV, we could have a furnace. $900 for this, but that would be so nice. Maybe we should take the risk. I don't like this rug, but it's $65. How much is the rug from Parenthood? $115. That is not bad at all. all. We could get it in this swatch. And then for the coffee table, maybe we could use this one from Horse Ranch. I do like this chair, but it's $4.25. But it's like such a nice chair. I'm gonna use this counter. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I can get away with this. Actually, I'm thinking maybe the kitchen can go right here. And then we could have like a back door right there. And maybe we could get a table instead of an island. Let me get the back door. This is only 50 simoleons, so of course we're gonna go for it. I probably should have the greenhouse on a platform as well, so that way those can connect. Also, I don't like the door. This is 155. Oh my gosh. It should not be that much money. We're just gonna get the cheapest bed. This is 300. This is 290. And I think I'm gonna go with the Horse Ranch one because I'm sure this one has better colors. Maybe that could be the tile in the kitchen if that's like the color scheme. And then for the wallpaper, this is 4 simoleons. Maybe we can go for beige everywhere. But of course we want an accent wall. Do we have this brick? I don't think so. Maybe I'll go for this paneling from Horse Ranch. It would be nice to have a desk, so I feel like we probably should put one. That way we pay for it now. So that's the dining area. And then over here we could get a shelf. This one is only 65 simoleons and that takes up space, so that is good. Part of me is kind of wondering, maybe we can go with 2 wood colors because obviously this wood color doesn't show up in many ways. And then this table is a little bit cheaper than this one, only by 10, but that's something, right? Instead of buying a chair, we could get a bookshelf. This one is 900, of course, but I really like this bookshelf. I'm kind of thinking, what if we go for a different color scheme? I don't know, I like the pink. What if we went for green instead of yellow and blue? Oh wait, this is a nice color. Oh, and it has a little bit of yellow, so that kind of works. We could do yellow and green. I probably shouldn't spend $900 on that bookshelf. Let's pay for like the main stuff. So this is like the bathroom for everyone to use. So we're gonna get the cheapest toilet, the cheapest shower. This one is from Cottage Living. Maybe I will use that. Also, I'm realizing you don't really have a bathtub. If you're gonna bathe all of the pets, you need a bathtub. Maybe this is the bathtub, and then we could get like a freestanding shower in the main bedroom. I think that's probably for the best. And then obviously if there's a cat involved, we could have a litter box. This is the cheapest one, so you're gonna have to change the litter box. And I think that's perfectly fine, you know? Especially in the beginning, I feel like you should embrace your care for the pets. I would also love to put a cabinet. This is 260. This is 200. Maybe the cabinet could go over here. Maybe the litter box could go next to the tub. And then we have our toilet right there. This is like such a long bathroom. I think I might actually split it up. That's gonna cost more money in the end, but I think it's worth it. More money just because it's another wall that we have to paint and then also another door that we have to get. But I think it's worth it. I don't like the litter box. I feel like it's just there. Maybe we can get this cute one that's 75 simoleons. I think that is decent. And then for this bedroom, I'm gonna put the toilet and the sink. We're really running out of money. Maybe I will use these tiles in the bedroom. What if I use this instead? Maybe that's fine. I also want to put a screen. I know that's like probably unnecessary, but I think it would be nice if there was some separation. So we have our flower arranging table. I'm gonna put that in the greenhouse, I think. I'm gonna use the glass walls because obviously that makes the most sense. And then I will get a glass roof. I think that is good. I know the greenhouse doors are very expensive. This is $225. Oh my gosh, that really sucks. But I think it looks really good. And then maybe this could be on the outside. I'm gonna put the pavers inside of the greenhouse. I don't know if that's weird, but that's what I'm gonna put. And then you probably should have some gardening boxes, right? The one from Werewolves is $150. Then we have this one that you can craft, which is honestly a lot cheaper. So maybe I'll get the one that's cheaper. I mean, they show up without typing in a cheat, so I feel like we should be able to put them. So in here you would grow your flowers for your flower arranging. I would also like to put a fence. The one from Cats and Dogs is 40 simoleons. That's like so much money, but I feel like it's so worth it. But maybe we'll stop it right here. So like you have more yard space over here, none over here. I think that's fine. This could be faced maybe this way. And then maybe we could have like a covered porch over here. I would love to go into more detail, but if I do that, I'm gonna spend more money. I'm just gonna put gravel up here. I'm gonna put this window in the roof. I'm gonna do that in the front as well. I really want to put 2 windows right here. So you can only unlock these if you're in the vet career, and you are not in the vet career, so I might just give you this. It's just like so cute. I don't think you need to unlock it. I think the dog swatch is adorable, and it has like a cute little tail. Also, we need to get a trash can. I might use the one from high school years just because it's 80 simoleons. So I want to get a porch light. Should I make it white or black? I feel like with the black it makes it stand out, so I feel like maybe that's good. I'm gonna buy 2 pet bowls so that way you can feed the strays. Maybe I'll put it in the front. I think I might actually scoot this over, and I want the food bowl to be like right next to each other. I just think that looks the best. So the cat and dog leash wrangler is 100 simoleons. I really like this, so I feel like we should put it. Also, I might make this color. That did save us a little bit of money, so I'm wondering if maybe we can color this part as well. Also, should this be near the front door? I think so. I feel like that makes the most sense. And then on the table, I will get a plant. If you're gonna have a lot of animals in your house, I feel like you probably should have a broom, but we don't have enough money, and I assume the vacuums are obviously more expensive. This is 500. The one that you can hold is 190. This is 180. Well, I probably don't need 3 lights in this bedroom. There's not going to be anything in the main bedroom. That's really bad. We don't even have a mirror. So this mirror is 125. We could go cheaper. This is 170. So maybe I will replace this one. Oh my gosh, we're out of money. I would love to buy some toys. I would really like if the strays could be able to like, have fun at your house. So like, I want to buy like a scratching post at least. I probably won't buy a cat tree because obviously I can't afford it, but they can have something, I guess I can buy like a meow ball. Maybe I can buy a ball, and maybe I can buy it's a bird. I feel like that's so cute. This is 90 simoleons. Oh, so I can afford it. Does this come with toys? I feel like it doesn't come with toys. I guess I can afford this. Like they can play with anything, right? Maybe I will get the squeak squeak squeakin'. I think that's beautiful. And obviously since this is a legacy, I can only assume that you want to put up some photos. And this is just a good way to like, take up wall space when you don't have any money left. So I think that's good. Obviously I have no more money. Maybe we can only have 2 chairs. That does help a lot. Maybe on the coffee table, I could put down some books. And then we really should focus on the parents' bedroom. I'm looking for a rug to go under the bed. Maybe we can just get this simple one from Book Nook. Oh, we have this pet's calendar. Maybe I could put that on this wall. I really don't want to get rid of the fireplace. Maybe I can get rid of the divider. Well, actually, maybe I'll get rid of this light as well, just because I'm not going to put anything in that closet. So I think I turned on debug, so that way we can put more stuff. Maybe we could put a microscopic picture up here. The pictures also cost money. For some reason I thought they were going to be free. That is not the case. I don't think we have enough money for the pictures. That is just terrible. Maybe you don't get a side table, but also I feel like this doesn't fit our color scheme. I feel like this is better. Maybe I'll put the books up here and we'll have no coffee tables, just so that way the stray pets have more room to sleep, I guess. I think that would be good. You have nothing in your bedroom. This shelf is 20 simoleons, so we can put this somewhere. This is 25 simoleons. I guess I could put this right here. I don't like that. I just don't think it looks good. I guess I could get rid of this cabinet, or I could get rid of the computer. That way you can focus on your skills, and like you can forge for money, so like, it won't take you that long to get paid because you have a job as well, so that's also going to help. Maybe we can get a mirror. I'm gonna get this little poof in the corner, and then I wanted to get something else. Oh, a bookshelf. This one is only 60 simoleons, so I could put that on the desk. Also, maybe it would be nice to have a kitchen sink, and that leaves us with 29 simoleons. I don't think that's terrible. I'll put the trash can right here. I know this is like very empty, but this is a starter home, and you're meant to add on to it. So like when you get the money, you can just like, add a coffee table cool. Add in more decorations, get a kid's room, get better bathroom stuff, better kitchen stuff, a bigger dining table, more stuff in the backyard. So I'm gonna put on show live edit objects so we can grab some free landscaping. Oh look, we have small pet poop, large pet poop. We have a cup of pet food. Oh wait, can I use that as decoration? Is this like a weird object? Okay, it's not. You can like delete it if you want to. I actually like that a lot. It does slot weird. Like half of the cup is clipping. Why do they put slots on top of the fireplace? I did not know this was an item. That's like so cool. But we have dog food and we have cat food. Maybe I will store this in this room since it's empty. I kind of like this outside. So I'm gonna put one of them outside. This is The Sims, so there's not gonna be like any bugs getting to it. Don't worry. Oh, we have catnip. I would love to plant some catnip. I can't afford it actually, so maybe I will plant one of them here. And now I'm broke. I can afford another toy. Oh no, you need 5 simoleons so you can at least fill up one of the pet bowls. So I will let you keep that. Oh, this is my favorite tree. I feel like this is like so adorable, but it's like so wide and so small. Maybe I'll put it on this side. It does clip a little bit. And then they have these trees. I'm gonna put this one in the front. Actually, I'm gonna put this one over here in a different color. I don't really use these grass pieces because I feel like they're ugly, but maybe I could use them. They're definitely ugly though. I don't think I ever realized this was a thing. Oh wait, this is cute and it's blue and yellow. That's actually perfect for the flower boxes. We're gonna put some back here. Also back here where the fence is. I'm gonna put these rocks. I feel like they just, you know, add a little bit of something. These are like some very cool clutter pieces, but when you place them down, you can't like remove them. So you have to be very careful. I wanted to put more of these flowers. So I think we have to place down some terrain paint and we should be good. So in your side yard, you could probably put like some obstacles for the dogs. Okay, so I think we're good with the terrain paint. I would love to put a welcome mat, but we're too broke. Is there anything I could delete? I mean, you don't need a mirror. Maybe I will only have 2 of these. That gives you 35 simoleons. Oh wait, the welcome mat. I can't afford it now. You see how one says only cats are welcome? What about the dogs? But this one says just for wiping your paws. I don't like these. I don't know. This one just feels weird. Maybe I just don't like the texture. Also, why isn't where's the cat one? I guess it doesn't have welcome in the name. No dogs here, no cats here. Cats rule this house. I really wish they put one with a cat and a dog. That would have been so cute. I feel like they probably like cats and dogs. They do have the dog mailbox, so maybe I will put the cat rug. You know, it doesn't always have to be a battle. You can love both. Okay, I think that's cute. So now you have 15 simoleons left. So I guess I will upload this to the gallery. So I call this the ABC Legacy Starter Home. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and I will upload it to the gallery. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I used a bunch of packs unfortunately, but I feel like with just the base game and cats and dogs, this would be more empty just because a lot of the cats and dog stuff is very expensive. So hopefully that's okay. But I think this turned out pretty well. Oh my gosh, there's a stray cat. Well, I'm gonna end this off here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, you can subscribe. I love you. You are important, and I will see you all soon.